bitch that's fine for you. I do that 3-4 times again, I testify for you. I told that lie.
Okay, so I need to plug this in real quick. I can do anything because my phone is about to die. Load it. Give me a second. Let me plug my phone in before it dies. Okay, here's the charger part. I'm coming. But at least you got some music to listen to while y'all wait. Ooh. Okay. Here we go. Alright, that's plugged in. Ooh. Girl. I'm about to hit the gym. Okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all. Okay, so. It was magic, yeah. Smash and grab shit, yeah. Nasty habits take a hold when you're not here. Ain't a home when you're not here. The room when you're not here. I'm saying I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I lose and miss the moment? You just too boy. Nobody do body like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody do body like you do. You do. Are you fucking on me? I'm the main one crying. Are you blaming on me? You're the main one lying. Are you threatening me? Then I'm the main one crying. Just trying to be your everything. Main one crying. Are you fighting on me? And I'm the main one crying. Are you blaming on me? And you're the main one crying. Are you blaming on me? And I'm the main one crying. And I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I lose and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody do body like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody do body like you do. You do. Okay, so now that's what I'm having a problem with. Okay, y'all, sorry, because I'm having a little issue with some things. But things are working. Okay. Everything's all right. Be good. Okay. Whew. All right. So let me pause the music for a second. Okay. So we pausing the music for a second. Because I tell you, I love me some SZA. She got me, in the mood. But let's talk about all the problems that is popping off now for Diddy. That's right, because Diddy's ex, Misa Hilton, is threatening legal action over excessive force against her son. And the one thing we all know is Misa don't play when it comes to her baby, Justin Combs. But is that the worst in the Diddy universe? Because that's what I'm going to name it from now on, the Diddy universe. Because it's so much stuff popping the flip off for Diddy that it's kind of hard to keep up. Now, it's kind of crazy that Cassie done took the $30 million and signed that NDA saying that she won't talk. She done took the man money. Took the 30 mil, said thank you for the cash, because me and my man was running low, because how much you think a fitness instructor makes? Real talk. I mean, she should thank Diddy, because Diddy introduced her to her man that she ended up marrying. I mean, Diddy was paying your man to come there and train you, and you turn around and married him. Okay. And now you don't got a lovely little $30 million payoff. Y'all better use that money wisely.
Don't spend it all on shrimps and crab legs and lobster. Because $30 million can be ran through real quick, I tell you. But now Cassie done took the 30 mil, signed this stupid damn paper saying that her ass won't open her mouth, and then turned around is now cooperating with the FBI, the feds. She cooperating with the alphabet boys out here. Like, for real. Like, Diddy can't catch no damn break now, can he? Hey, Rocket, how you doing? Now, everybody is on, like, you got some people on X, you got some people on YouTube, you got some people on Instagram, so everybody's all over. But everybody's here. Rocky, I'm glad that you made it. I appreciate it. So it's kind of bad now. Cassie talking. And let's get into the fuck. Ooh, I'm about to cuss. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Let's get into the whole Misha issue first. Okay. So Diddy's ex Misha is threatening a legal lawsuit. And Misha is speaking out against the federal law enforcement officials who did that raid on her baby daddy's Los Angeles home last week, which involved Justin and Christian King Combs. Where are they going to put King Combs? The stylish and fashion designer shared an edited video of the home surveillance footage. Okay, I wish I could show you it, but I think my Instagram is kind of like, is it busy? I think my Instagram is kind of busy. I can't even do it. But let me see if I can open up. Okay, stop on this. I mean, honestly, let me see if I can stop it and see if I can show y'all what's going on. But show you the video of the raid. I mean, honestly, I think y'all probably done seen this raid I don't know how many damn times. So honestly, I don't know if y'all need to actually see the damn raid, the raid video. I mean, it's not really exciting. It's nothing great about it, honestly. Let me see I'll see if it'll pull it up. Okay, so I think I can get it to pull up. All right, let me see. But honestly, it don't really look all that exciting. And why did she have it in like some kind of, ooh, what the hell just happened here? Oops. Look at this. I done left my own live, y'all. I done closed the window and closed my own live up. I'm like, what just happened here? Yeah, I done closed up my own damn live. Messing around with this damn Misha video. Okay, so let me see if I can do share and then pop up her video. Bow. I think I can do it. Okay, hold on. Now let me see. Click back on here. Move this New York thing right here. Okay, and all right, here we go. Let's see. We're going to pull it up right here. Let me see if I could move it down. Because we're in vertical, it makes it a little bit hard on seeing things. Let me see if I could go to her damn thing. Okay. So I think that might be better to be able to see something. It's like you can't even really see much. But the whole point is, she's mad. She's pissed to flip off. Honestly, I think I'll just I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's up. Okay, so any which way. So Misha, Diddy's baby mama, Misha, is speaking out about this whole raid. She don't like the way it went down, and she thinks that there's some possible prejudice involved with this raid. She feels like there might be some like, discrimination in this damn situation. And honestly, you can't blame her to think that there is some discrimination going on. Seriously, can you? Okay, the stylish and fashion posted a video on her Instagram. In the clip shared, law enforcement can be seen entering the West LA property with guns already drawn and fanning out across the home searching for evidence. Now, in one of my last lives, I talked about the fact that it's well known that Diddy, when it comes to his kids, comes to his safety, LA is very heavily gang territory. Like there's constantly, people like celebrities' homes that are getting broken into constantly. We lost, didn't we lose like Pop Smoke? God rest his soul. We lost him. We lost like Extacion. There's so much PNB Rock. We lost so many different Nipsey Hussle. We lost so many people in LA. And there's so many home robberies. They don't give a damn. They robbing white folks, black folks, Spanish folks. They don't care. So when it comes to Diddy security, especially for LA, and especially because he's Diddy, he has very much so top security, and he makes it very hard to get into his place. And that's why they busted up his gate in. They came with tactical forces and all of this mess. Okay. So two men, presumably, we already know that it was Justin and Christian Combs that we saw, out there on the grass. Okay. They were detained in a hallway inside the house per the footage. Now, in the footage, the 30-year-old Justin Combs, can you believe that Justin Combs is 30 years old, approaches law enforcement personnel with his hands above his head at one point, as Christian Combs, who's only 25, is seen being handcuffed with his chest pressed against the wall. Now, remember, I told y'all in the last live that I did, I don't know if y'all checked it out, that these Combs boys is like Diddy. Okay, so they quick to allegedly somebody was popping off at them out like, look, this is all my dad's ish. How y'all just gonna run up in my dad's crib? What y'all with guns, and everything this and another? Like, this ain't even right. How y'all gonna do it like this? Why y'all in our house like that? Who gave you permission? What warrant? This, that, and other. So people popping off at the lip, and of course, when you pop off at the lip to any type of law enforcement, what is the first thing they try to do? Put you in handcuffs. They do. Okay? All right now. So they had Christian Combs up against the cold wall, the marble and everything, handcuffed. So she's saying the overzealous, overtly militarized force used against my sons, Justin and Christian, is deplorable. And I have to agree. If these were the sons of Bill Gates, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, George Clooney, little brats, they would have not been handled with the same aggression. And do y'all agree? Do y'all agree that when it comes to our kids, they got all this aggression? Like, they don't see our kids as kids. They see them like grown gorilla men. I don't understand that. They just handle our kids differently. Matter of fact, they handle our asses who are parents differently than other people. Other people, you can see Karen down the street be popping ish to the cops like, do you know who I pay your salary? Do you know who I am? And she could just be working at McDonald's and still popping ish. And they don't do nothing to her like, Carrie, take your ass home. Meanwhile, Shaquita's like, look, get your ass up out the car before I pop you through the weeds. It's just a different standard. So she's saying The attempt to humiliate and terrorize these innocent young black men is despicable. Meanwhile, is it Christian, is it Christian or Justin is the one that led a rod, is accusing of popping his friend? I mean, innocent? If we talking about Diddy boys, okay? The son of Satan. Y'all saying he innocent? I'm going along with the story. Okay, they innocent. These are young, innocent choir boys. Yeah. Okay. So this is what she's writing. And for her case, okay, we gonna run with it. These boys are innocent. And enough is enough. Did Justin need several laser beams from firearms pointed at his chest? And when you think about it, if the issue is Diddy and the issue is trafficking and the issue is drugs, what does that have to do with his kids? His kids ain't listed in this. Well, one of them is listed. So, I mean, is that why Christian was handcuffed? Is it because he's, Little Rod and everybody else is pointing fingers at him? Is that why he was handcuffed and not the other one? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, so having several laser beams pointing at you, that's kind of scary for a young man to deal with, especially if he's not the one that's going to court and he's not the one that's on trial or he's not the one facing all these big charges. Why are you doing this to his kids? Yeah, they dead ass wrong for this. Did Christian need a gun pointed at the back of his head while he was handcuffed? No, he did not need a gun pointed at the back of his head, because if accident happens, that'd be a bigger problem. I don't think any weapon should have been pointed at anyone's chest, head, or I don't even think any weapon should have been really pulled pulled for this situation, or is it just me? So what you say, I understand her point of view. As a mother, of course, you don't want to see your kids treated like that. But if they're, firearms in the house, they're not going to take a chance. And that is absolutely correct. I understand that, especially when, it's been talked about that Diddy's place is basically high-end security guards, military trained guards are the ones that are watching his place. So that would make sense why that was that type of, show up. But then when you're dealing with trafficking and all of this kind of stuff, yeah, trafficking will cause, these kind of issues of, this military armored trucks and all of that, FBI, all of this. Yeah, that kind of response as well. And I think they wanted to show that we're not playing with you, Diddy. This is serious. That we can come into your home, destroy your home, take what we want, and go about our business. And they proved that. She also says, how many times have we seen young unarmed black men not make it out of these type of situations alive? And in that, she's correct again. She claims her son, Justin Combs, hired an attorney who is investigating the excessive use of force, which was unnecessary and certainly not required by this search warrant. She also vowed to fight for the justice, utilizing every imaginable resource that she can use, including her social media, to fight this situation. Okay. Now, according to a 3-year investigation led by the Associated Press that was published recently, that over 1,036 people died over the course of a decade following encounters with law enforcement involving force not intended to be lethal. A third of these fatalities were Black people, who only represented about 12% of the U.S. population. So, yeah. So I kind of don't blame her for doing what she has to do. I mean, I would do the same thing in her case. Now, it's crazy when you think about it, because on that afternoon, March 25th, a helicopter for the local Los Angeles news station captured those footage on, overhead, as those, law enforcement and personnel and everybody went into that house. That's what it is. I think that is actually Fox News that caught all of that, of the weapons being drawn and several people, pulled out the mansion and everything like that. And that's the reason why the footage is, we got the footage that we got. And we're able to see exactly what happened because of a Fox News helicopter overhead. This ain't because of the feds or the government. No, this is Fox News that was recording all of that. They love doing this kind of stuff. Okay, so what else is popping off? Well, Sean Diddy Combs' sons hired a mob lawyer as mother blasts the feds. Yeah, so it looks like they did hire a lawyer, and the lawyer is actually mob-tied. Yeah. So after the shocking home surveillance video from one of Sean Diddy Combs' mansion shows federal investigators in tactical gear rushing into the manor, escorting his sons out as they served one of 2 search warrants to the mogul property last week, Misha's, who is the ex, has retained, along with her sons, a high-powered lawyer called Jeffrey Lichman, who previously represented figures including, guess who? Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. That's right. They got that bread. Misha Hilton Combs' sons have hired El Chapo's lawyer. And not only El Chapo's lawyer, but John Gotti Jr.'s lawyer. What? So they went the gangster route. Okay. All right now. I don't know how it's going to help with the El Chapo situation, because El Chapo got locked up. So, did this lawyer help El Chapo get away, escape for years, or what? Because I always want to pick the lawyer that's on the winning side, that helped him get away, not the one that helped him, but he ended up in jail. So I hope that's who he is. Now, we'll see. So now this lawyer, Jeffrey Lichman, would be investigating the use of force in the raid. So he's going to be looking over all the videos and everything like that and seeing if the behavior was excessive and maybe possibly if there's some money involved in this. Because she's saying my son's attorney, Jeffrey Lichman, is investigating the excessive use of force, which was unnecessary and certainly not required by this search warrant. The raid came as part of basically the federal, sex trafficking. So when them kind of cases come up, there is no soft kidding gloves being used in these raids. Now, Lichman could not immediately be reached for comment, but he is representing the sons, and, of course, the mom is helping out, of course. But in a post of his own, he confirmed that he would be representing at least one of the Combs sons and called the search warrants over the top. The government rarely fights fear when they have a major target in sight. This is what I said. And they certainly haven't played fair in the Diddy case thus far. I feel like, man, this Diddy universe it's getting worse and worse and worse. Every time you turn around and you hear something, it's just getting worse. Don't y'all think it's just getting out of hand? Now you got Cassie's situation. Okay, she's talking. She's singing like a gosh damn canary. She is telling all the tea. She said I honestly believe that she probably burnt that NDA. She probably put that ish right in the barbecue and poof, lit it on fire. Because now she doesn't have to keep quiet. She don't have to. She can talk now. That's right. Sean Diddy Combs' ex, Cassie, has reportedly been in talks with the authorities in charge of the federal investigation into the music mogul. Now, remember, she was one of the ones that accused on that trafficking and stuff. And now she's helping with this case. Yeah, this is not looking good for Diddy. Insiders told TMZ today that Cassie, who accused Combs of, forced sexual contact and abuse in November, is one of many witnesses cooperating with the federal investigation as they took into the allegations of the sex trafficking. So the Me and You singer, 37 years old, can you believe she's 37, reportedly started working with law enforcement several weeks ago, predating the raids on the rapper's homes in Los Angeles and Miami. So this is what I have to ask y'all. Do y'all think, now she's been cooperating for a while now, is she the one who told the feds where all of the cameras are hidden? Do you think Cassie is the one that told where all his cameras are hidden? Was she the one that snitched? You think so? You think she's the one that snitched? Yes and no. Because she knows exactly what's in that house. She knows what's in all of them, in all of his mansions, don't she? So, did she rat him out? Regardless of this NDA, was she the one that told where the cameras are, what's on the cameras, what celebrities are on those videos? Did she tell what the number is on the safe to open up the safe? Is she that one? What do y'all think? Do y'all think she's that one who told all the secrets where all these hidden videos are? Yes and no. I think she is. Allegedly. I gotta say allegedly. But I think it is. I think she is that one that is telling all the tea. Telling exactly where those cameras are. Where they're facing. What room to find them in. What hidden room to find. Where's this panel at that you could press to open up the wall to get into the other hidden room where the safe is, where the tapes are. Who's on those tapes? Is Prince Harry on those tapes before he married Meghan Markle? Because he a little bad boy. He like to party. Is he on them tapes? Because there's rumors that Puffy was talking to people high up, almost like the Saudi Arabian people. Oh, wow. And if they could get something on certain people, elites, then the government got them. And the government can control them and get them to do whatever the flip they want. Become spies, rat out their countries, anything. She has all of that, all of those secrets. But in the back of my head, I keep hearing Tokyo, Black China's mama. I keep hearing her saying, "You let this man pee on you. You let this man piss on you. Put you in all kinds of gang bangs and stuff. Had all them BBCs running up in you. And you trying to tell me you ain't never get tired? And you ain't get to a point enough is enough? It took you 6-10 years to figure this shit out." I'm a Black China mama don't got no mother flipping chill, I swear. She went in. And I have to agree, like Cassie, like, why would you stay for that mother flipping long? Have y'all seen this video? I'm gonna post it on X, because X I could post a little risky stuff on X and nobody gets, it's the last frontier, But have y'all ever seen the band music video that Eyes Wide Shut video that Diddy and Cassie did for his perfume? Have y'all ever seen that video? Y'all chime in, like, honestly, did y'all, all right, how many even knew that how many in here actually knew that Diddy and Cassie have a kind of erotic, 50 Shades of Grey kink music video for his perfume that Macy's and all the high-end stores banned and couldn't play, of Cassie choking his ass out while he's on top of her? Would you say yes? It was pretty much X-rated. I mean, it was steamy hot. I mean, them two looked good together. The video was hot. It was steamy. I was like, oh, wow, Lord have mercy. It made me want to go out there and buy that perfume. It sure did. But then it brings me back to this. Why did she do it? Why'd you shave your hair off? Why you made the 3 a.m. video of you butt naked, showing your boobies and everything? Why do all of these things? Where was her parents? Where was her cousin? Where was family to help her? Why did she stay with this man for so many damn years? That video is hella erotic, I tell you. But any which way, Cassie has been working with the feds for weeks. So that NDA that Puffy made sure her ass signed is null and void. Because, it supersedes anything. She can't write a book, she can't do certain things, but she can talk to the feds. And she has basically been telling the feds where all the secrets are. And even if the feds have to go to Narnia to get them, they are doing so. And she's probably telling exactly who Diddy's been around all these years. Who are Diddy's friends? Who are his closest allies? Who's funding him the money? Where's the money coming from? Is he selling drugs? Is he really trafficking? Besides you, Cassie, who else was he trafficking? What do you know about Kim Porter's situation? I mean, those are the questions, that are definitely being asked. And she's probably singing, I tell you, singing and telling everything.
We just hit April.
What was that? Okay. So, yeah, I think, I think she's telling. I think she's telling everything that she could tell these feds. I think she's telling everything possible that she can tell on Diddy to get this man to go to jail. I think so. And now reports are talking about, all right, let me just finish up this report about Cassie. I'm going to finish it up and see whatever else they say. Homeland Security turned both of Combs' primary residents upside down last week after obtaining search warrants from the New York Southern District Federal Court. Several other women are also reportedly in contact with the feds working on the case as well. Now, Cassie was the first person to come forward about the alleged abuse she suffered at the hands of Diddy for 10 years. She was with this man 10 years. I wonder what the sons like, and that, okay. They're accusing his sons of helping him get young girls. But can you honestly really picture Quincy Brown, Justin, and Christian Combs helping Diddy get a bunch of young girls for parties? Like, can you really picture these kids growing up, 15 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old, helping their father get, I just can't picture this. I don't know if I'm buying it. Are you buying it? Like honestly, do you really think that his Diddy's kids, Puffy's kids, is helping him get girls to traffic? I don't think I believe this. And I don't believe that Misa Hilton, who is super strict and don't play about her kids, and don't want any type of risk of her kids going to jail, involved in something like trafficking underage girls by helping their father get girls for parties to be drugged. You see how this don't make any damn sense? All these mothers, I just don't see it. I don't. Now, that one young girl who's claiming she was underage or this, that, and the other, was, what the hell your ass? I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not even going to discuss the other girl, but I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that his sons, I'd have been like, you nasty. I'm not helping you bring no girls over here, Dad. Are you crazy? I'm not getting involved in this. To help you to do what? Drug who? Nah. And I don't even know if I believe Columbus short. Because Columbus say any damn thing. Like, Columbus to remain relevant too with us. I don't know. I don't believe a lot of this. I really don't. I believe Cassie, though. I believe a lot of things that Cassie said. Because Diddy paid her ass real quick, that 30 mil, but he should have paid her off before it even got to court. He messed up. None of this would have happened, and he would have been still the king of New York, and everything would have been great, and 50 Cent wouldn't have been getting accused of being an abuser, and Stevie J wouldn't be out here trying to fight 50 Cent. 50 wouldn't. I'm sorry, but can you imagine Stevie J fighting 50 Cent? Look, he better go get Jocelyn. He better get Jocelyn. Jocelyn fight better than Stevie J. Jocelyn whoops some ass. She get on that stripper estrogen. She should have been She-Rock. She should have been she should have been like the female Hercules or something, or the Incredible Hulk. Yeah. I could see Jocelyn fighting 50 Cent. Stevie J, you don't want that smoke. And I can't believe that in the bombshell lawsuit, Cassie claims that the 54-year-old, do you believe that Diddy is 54 years old out here calling himself Brother Love? That he basically made her take drugs and forced her to have, relations with a whole bunch of damn male prostitutes while he filmed it. What in the BDSM is going on? Because this is nothing more than some BDSM. Him like being a cuckold, liking to watch, people, When you think about that, it's pretty like in the contents of kink. This is being a cuckold and being like a what is it? A voyeur watching, like you like to watch a show or something like that. So these are all kink related things. That's being turned into something real disgusting. Diddy should have just dated somebody who was into BDSM and kink and did these nasty freak offs with that person. But then again, Cassie allowed it for 10 years. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, oh, y'all chime in and tell me something, please. The lawsuit alleged that Diddy, who vehemently denies all the claims made against him, was prone to uncontrollable rage and frequently beat Miss Ventura savagely before their split in 2018. But my thing is, if you got beat savagely, did the kids see this? Who saw this? And didn't say nothing. Okay? Where was security? How come security didn't pick her up and take her to the police or something like that? I mean, all these grown ass men, security men, big belly, pot belly men around watching, guarding and everything. Why they didn't step in and say, look, man, you can't be beating on a girl like this. Like, bump this check. But you can't be beating on her like this. She like damn near 2 pounds soaking wet. Nobody. I don't know. Gene Deal seen everything pop off, but he ain't did nothing. He ain't called nobody. And he want to talk about Usher. Off topic. He want to talk about did he put Usher in the hospital, but they didn't tell us how that happened. Did he fight Diddy? Did he get in a fight with Diddy? Is this supposedly a rupture booty? That's what you're trying to say happened to him? Like, come on. Like, what kind of peace do Diddy have that he's just rupturing bun cheeks out here like this? Like, are you serious? I mean, because I know, like, if you like about you, this conversation is taking a mad word turn. This conversation is taking a turn. Okay, it's like 29 people watching me. Hey, 29 and 3. 32 people. I mean, seriously, I just want to know. Like, Gene is accusing and saying that something happened that Diddy put Usher in the hospital. So I just want to know, honestly, like, what happened? Don't you would like to know, like, what happened? I know I would. I'd like to know what happened. Okay, so now I can't even get my damn mouse. Okay. All right. So it is 29 watching on 29 people watching on X. Hey. And I don't know how many's watching on Insta. But I want to say thank you, everybody who tuned in. I appreciate it. And everybody who tuned in on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so that's what the deal is with this whole situation. So I'll Be Missing You singer and Cassie privately settled their case just 24 hours later when she started talking about her story. And since then, several other people have come forward accusing Combs of sexual assault, including producer Rodney Little Rod Jones. Jones accused his former employee of repeatedly sexually assaulting him from September 2022 to November 2023. And I'm keep asking the same mother flipping questions. You only got one time to touch me. Why are y'all letting this man touch you for a whole entire year? Why are you letting this man abuse you for 10 flipping years? That's a long time. And how many people saw this and did nothing? And I'm sorry, like, I don't know. I think Little Rod's case is going to be very hard to prove because certain people are saying that, you know, he was dating Diddy, allegedly. Like, he was one of Diddy's playthings, allegedly. And that's why he woke up naked in the bed with two other men. That's why, because they were messing around with each other. And honestly, let's think about this. Like, how do you get to somebody's anus? Like, this is the part that keeps getting me. The producer alleged that Diddy would grope his genitals and touch his anus to groom him to having, into having sex. So touching anus was a way of grooming him into having sex, really? So how was this happening? If you got jeans on and a belt on, how was he getting into that? Like Gene Deal said, he must have been naked. He must have been real butt naked to get to the anus. Because you know how much you got to do to get to somebody's anus? And I agree with him. He also alleged that Combs forced him to get intimate with S-workers. So, and allegedly drugging and even taking the bun cheeks by force at a party once. So he had your buns. He had your buns and put a hot dog in it. Oh, Lord. Oh, somebody had his buns. Okay. Okay, alrighty then. So that's what the situation is with that situation right there. Okay, and what's the next situation that's popping off? That woman, Miss Reuben, the woman that the New York City Club New York situation, the victim in the shooting and the club. She has a very strong vendetta for Diddy. Like, she wants to make Diddy suffer. She wants to, see Diddy go to jail and lose everything. The New York City club shooting victim reveals she'll go to extreme lengths to prove Diddy shot her. And that makes me a little nervous because whenever somebody says they'll go to extreme lengths, that means you'll do whatever, even if it means something shady, to get your way. And a lot of people are saying that they don't believe her. Gene Deal did an interview recently and said that, it would be hard to believe that Puffy was the person that pulled the trigger. And of course, Gene Deal knows Puffy really well. And he's saying it's kind of hard for him to believe that Diddy did it. Because he wasn't known for, shooting a weapon back then. Yeah. He was not known for the type to shoot a weapon. If anybody would have did it, it would have been Anthony Wolf. The one that looks just like one of Diddy's kids. Looked like he might have fathered one of Diddy's kids. Yeah. He's saying Anthony Wolf would have been the one that would have been pulling triggers and having, popping weapons in the club. Not Diddy. And so many people are saying that they saw Shine do it. And if she really was saying that this man, that Puffy did it, why did they test, everybody's hands for gun residue? And if they did test Sean and he had residue on it, then that means he was the one that pulled the trigger, right? So I don't know. Do you believe it? Like, do you believe it? Do you think that Diddy actually did pull the trigger? Yes or no? I kind of feel like Diddy didn't pull the trigger. Like, because if he did, it should have been more witnesses. I just don't know. I don't know. Like, what do y'all think? Like, honestly, y'all chime in and tell me what y'all think. The security guard doesn't think he did it, that Puffy did it. And that's very telling, because Gene Deal always is quick to, say what Diddy could be responsible for and what Diddy is responsible for and what he wouldn't put past, Diddy to do. And one thing is this New York club shooting, he's like saying, I don't believe it. And, other people are saying that, it's very convenient because her money has dried up. She even admits to be very highly triggered by Diddy. Okay? She admits that she is highly triggered by Diddy. She admits that she is suffering from severe post-traumatic stress disorder. So that makes her very hyper vigilant, so that anything happens to her, she's going to automatically think that Diddy did it. Her car, her wheels on her car got were flattened some years ago, and she thinks Diddy did it. Okay? I think honestly she shouldn't talk. And don't talk and just seek legal, representation if this is what the avenue that she's wants to go down to, the route she wants to go down. Because the more she talks, it's kind of messing up her case, because she's saying things like she's hyper triggered, post-traumatic stress disorder is really high, so it's causing her anything that happens, she's gonna think Diddy did it. Then to top it off, she is saying that in 2015 she noticed she was getting hacked. In 2015, she says she noticed she was getting hacked. That she somebody was like cyber stalking her. And now let's keep in mind, like, since 2015 and on, we've all had issues of accounts being hacked. Bank of America had issues of being hacked. The cyber issues and stuff have gotten tremendously worse in the last few years. So could her cyber stalking or cyber hack been Diddy? Maybe. But could it have been just, one of those Nigerian scammer kind of situations, or one of those stupid little thing hacks or something like that, because she's so hyper vigilant and so triggered by Diddy that she will automatically think that everything is Diddy? Yeah. She also says, people are like, it's like, you really think Puffy all these years later is really thinking about you? Like, this is what some of the people are telling me. Like, you really think he's thinking about you right, like seriously, right now? And I don't think Diddy was thinking about her. Do y'all think Diddy was thinking about her? I don't think so. But, some people are, saying, okay, maybe you might have a point, and Diddy is still thinking about you to this day. Now, here's what she says that gets me. And I want y'all to really think about what she says here. And this is in her interview that she did with a blogger. She says she could take all her family. This is the Reuben woman who got shot, in the New York City club shooting involving Sean and Diddy. She is saying that she can take all her family out to dinner and her cards won't work. This is her exact words, y'all. She says she could take all her family out to dinner and her cards won't work. This is in an interview she did recently. And she says she can take the money out of her checking account. She could take the money out of her check-in, send it to her son, and he can pay for it with the money, but she can't. Y'all make that mother make sense of what I just said to you. And this is what she's accusing Diddy of doing. This is what the New York City club victim is accusing Diddy of doing. Do you understand what I'm saying to y'all? I'm going to say it again. She says she can take her whole entire family out to dinner and her cards won't, listen to what I said, her cards won't work. She could take money out of her checking account. She could take money out of off the cards, send it to her son, and he can pay for it with that money, but she can't. She said that Diddy is freezing her accounts. Like, Diddy is freezing her accounts. That's what she's accusing Diddy of. Now, do anybody in here think that Diddy is that powerful that he can freeze this woman's accounts? Now, you're talking about the banking system. How would he know what bank you got, lady? How would he know what card you're using? But she's accusing Diddy of freezing her accounts, but she's able to access her accounts, take money out or take money and send it to her son, and the son is able to pay for dinner. Y'all make it make sense. Does it make sense to you? Does it make sense? So she needs to stop doing interviews, because what she just said, and this is on her this is in an interview she did with a very popular YouTuber on here, and he needs to go back and listen to what the hell she said to him. Because that is exactly what she said, that her cards are frozen and cannot work. But yet still it can work where she could get money out to give to her son and he could pay for the damn dinner. So how's it frozen? How's it frozen but you can use it? Her proof is some cyber hacking that could be random. A flattened tire, and the fact that her accounts couldn't work temporarily, but it worked and were frozen, but she can't use it to pay for dinner herself, but she can take money out and give it to her son and pay for the dinner. I said, hold up, what? Am I hearing right what the hell this woman just said? And it's in her interview. It's up on YouTube. And I'm like, hold up. Did the man not catch what the hell she just said? Because that's a whole big contradiction right there. But okay. Okay. So she's going to go to extreme lengths to prove that Diddy was her attacker. And that, I mean, the tire issue, a little hacking. I don't know how Puffy would be able to be in charge of, getting access to this woman's bank accounts. I don't even know how he would know what bank account this woman would have, but she's accusing him of freezing it, but not freezing it where she could get her money, but she can't pay for her dinner. Okay. So Miss Reuben was at Club New York in Manhattan, New York in December of 1999 when a shooting broke out, injuring 3 people. Now, Miss Reuben was shot in the face, and now she tells News Nation she's allowed doctors. She would allow doctors to remove the pieces of a bullet still embedded in her head to prove Diddy shot her. But how would that prove that, ma'am? How would that prove that Diddy pulled the trigger? How would it prove it? Unless Diddy had the gun in his hand and it was different bullets from the one that Shine had or something, and both weapons were tested, and one weapon had Diddy's prints on it only, and one weapon only had Shine's prints on it, but no, that's not what happened. So I don't know how taking the fragments out your head would prove Diddy did it. Are you seeing where this is going? Like, I think she needs, I mean, and at the end of the day, I can't look. At the end of the day, a victim has a right for justice. She was paid. She sued Diddy and got paid. But maybe she feels like that's not enough justice for her. So she's now talking about taking the bullet fragments out her head, but I don't know how that would prove Diddy did anything. If I didn't suffer, I'm willing to have a doctor remove a part of the 9mm bullet in my face so that they can use it as evidence, if need be, for the trial, and it may cost me my life. Don't you have... Okay. The infamous shooting began with a conflict between Diddy, then known as Puffy, his girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez, his bodyguard. Remember, Gene Deal said that Anthony Wolf was there. Anthony Wolf Jones was there, right? And he said that it doesn't make sense why Shine or why Puffy would be pulling triggers if his bodyguard, Anthony Wolf, was there. And this is in an interview he did recently. Okay? All right? Like, it doesn't make sense for Puffy to even be pulling no trigger or having a weapon. So charges were quickly dropped against Lopez before the case went to court. She cooperated with investigators at the time and has since denied any wrongdoing regarding the 1999 shooting. There is no, what would they be calling Jennifer back in for? Like they're like allegedly, people are talking about, oh, this case is going to be reopened again. For what purpose? As quickly as they drop charges against Lopez, the only thing they're going to do is get her to, she could give a written statement. She could say that she don't want to testify. I just don't see this case being reopened again, but hey, anything's possible. I haven't looked at the cards or pendulum or anything like that to see if this case could be reopened. Maybe it could, but I don't know. What do y'all think? Do you think this Club New York case is going to be reopened? She's talking about digging the bullet out her head, but how would that prove anything? Did the police keep the weapons? Is it just one gun? Is it two guns involved in this case? It's like, I had a lot of questions. I do. So his bodyguard, Anthony Wolf Jones, and rapper Jamal Shine Burrow. Gunfire erupted afterwards, and the four were arrested. Charges was quickly dropped against Jennifer. Diddy and Mr. Jones, who Anthony Wolf, were acquitted of all charges after the 2001 trial. So they went to trial about this, and they were found not guilty. Now, Shine, who was only 21 years old, a baby, was convicted of assault and gun possession and sentenced to 10 years in prison. Now the trial is back in the limelight more than 20 years later after Rodney Little Rod Jones filed a bombshell lawsuit in February against Diddy. Mr. Jones says he was subject to unwanted advances by associates of Diddy at his direction, and that he was forced to engage in relations with an S-workers Combs had hired. It sounded like a similar situation with Cassie. Like, was you dating this man? Was you dating this man? And another thing is, when this originally came out, it was a case of unpaid money. The original case of this is not about sexual assault and forced intimacy and messing with S-workers and this, that, and the other. The original case was about him being owed money and being promised certain things in the music industry, and those things didn't happen. So these are, like, it kind of is a case of sour damn grapes, y'all. Yeah, sour grapes. I want my money. You didn't pay me. So I'm going to, add to injury and, take you down too. I'm gonna take you down too with whatever I know. And I'm gonna take, your celebrity friends down too with you. Come on, Cuba. Get your drunk ass on. Come on. You're going down with Diddy too. You touched my leg while we were talking one time. And that's enough to say that you're my last mate. Okay? Come on, Cuba. Come on. And come on, Universal MGM Music. Come on, you go too. Come on. All y'all go down. Come on. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about that? So, yeah, that's the situation playing out. Okay? He shares, she basically wants to take this man to court. I guess she wants to take him back to court. Or sue him or something like that. I don't know, but something's gonna pop off in that situation. And let's get into this. 20 years later, Biggie Smalls' mom has a very good idea on who killed him. What? Huh? I wonder, do you think that Voletta Wallace thinks that Diddy had anything to do with it? Do y'all think Puffy really had something to do with? I'm like, I don't want to think that, Diddy was capable of taking out Biggie. Like, I really don't want to think about that he could be that evil and take out Biggie. What do y'all think? Do y'all honestly think that Puffy had something to do with Biggie's being unalived? I think he had a little bit of responsibility in the fact that if he didn't take him to LA, knowing that it was like the height of the beef and all the drama, and they had just lost Tupac last year. I don't think it was any. I think they should have waited a few years before going into LA. Honestly, I think Biggie would have been 100% alive if he never went to LA. And I think it was wrong on Puffy to take Biggie to LA. And I think for some sources, Biggie didn't even want to go to LA. He didn't want to go. So on September 7th, 1996, West Coast hip-hop legend Tupac Shakur was gunned down in Las Vegas. 6 months later, Brooklyn heavyweight Biggie Smalls The Notorious B.I.G. was fatally targeted in an LA drive-by shooting. They died both the same way. Biggie's death was also the final nail in the coffin of the West Coast East Coast beef, Death Row Records versus Bad Boy Records feud that came to define hip-hop's 1990s glory days. Now, on the anniversary of Biggie's murder, it is difficult to remember a time when coastal alliances amounted to more than a preference from Shake Shack to In-N-Out Burger. While Biggie and Tupac may have been enemies by the end, with Tupac rapping about sleeping with Biggie's wife and Pac turning against Biggie in the wake of the 1994 Quad Studio shooting, Death is the great equalizer. Now, the once beefing rappers are equally likely to be found immortalized on the dorm room walls of a college freshman or on the walls in Brooklyn or LA somewhere. But in the documentary or series, The Unsolved, which dives deep into the two cold case murder investigations, stars Wavy Jones and Mark Rose as Biggie and Tupac, respectively. For Rose, it will be his second time playing Tupac, reprising his role for the 2015 Straight Outta Compton. And while watching Jones and Rose channeling the rappers on set is unsettling, life is even stranger than fiction. In a new Daily Mail interview, Voletta Wallace, the mother of Biggie Smalls, insists that a conspiracy, that's right, it's a conspiracy, is standing in the way of justice being served. Can you believe that a simple conspiracy situation is stopping justice from happening, from Biggie's murder being put to rest finally, solved? I mean, this woman is 70-something years old. She deserves some closure. But I guess she has closure because she does know who's responsible. She does. She says it. So this conspiracy is standing in the way of justice being served. Wallace confidently points fingers at LAPD, claiming, "I have a very good idea who murdered Christopher, and I'm genuinely believe that the LAPD knows exactly who did it too." She added, "They done their investigation, but they just refuse to move forward. I don't know why they haven't arrested who was responsible. It seems to me that it's one giant conspiracy and someone is definitely being protected somewhere down the line." Listen to the key words. Someone is being protected down the line. For Biggie's mother, there's no closure for me until that murderer is behind bars and sentenced. Of course, Wallace isn't the first to weigh in on Biggie's killing, and she certainly won't be the last. The still unsolved murders of Biggie and Tupac have launched more conspiracy theories than Alex Jones could ever dream of. Among the more outlandish claims are theories that the FBI shot both of the rappers in an effort to curb hip-hop related violence, or that Biggie and Tupac are actually alive and kicking it in a small resort town in New Zealand. Hey, who knows? But people do say that Tupac is in Cuba with his aunt. And that is why, his mom, said that it was he was cremated. Now, while we don't have a name or face to link to Wallace's claims, there are a good number of details for would-be conspiracists to comb through. Why did they choose that word, comb through? Courtesy of a cache of FBI files on the case, in 2011, the Daily Beast went through the documents to get a more vivid picture of Notorious B.I.G.'s murder. 20 years ago, Biggie was leaving a Soul Train Award after party in a 3-car motorcade Biggie was in the second car, and his friend and label founder Sean Combs was in the first. At around 12:45 a.m., an African-American man dressed in a blue suit and bow tie fired 6 shots at the vehicles, with 4 of them hitting Biggie Smalls in the chest. The rapper was pronounced dead at 1:15 a.m. Jeez. 10 minutes of life. Death Row executive Suge Knight was a main suspect, in keeping with the theory that Biggie's death was a direct response to Tupac's murder. Knight denied any and all involvement in Big's death. The LAPD, which was accused of corruption in the case, made the decision in tandem with the FBI to close the investigation into Biggie's murder, abandoning the 18-month case they had been trying to build against Knight. Really? Why would they abandon it after working on it for 18 months? Did they abandon it because they realized Suge wasn't the one? 4 years later, the case was reopened after new information allegedly surfaced. Biggie's mother brought a $400 million wrongful death suit against the LAPD in 2006, which was eventually dismissed. The FBI files are full of juicy details, such as information about the LAPD officer, David A. Mack, a suspect in the case, who had a Tupac shrine in his garage, along with guns and ammo. Other interesting tidbits include one informant's accusation that Notorious B.I.G. had secret ties to the New York Genovese crime family, and that the rapper was carrying marijuana, a pen, and an asthma inhaler, and 3 Magnum condoms on his person at the time of his death. What? I don't need to know that Biggie was packing enough heat to fill a Magnum condom. Oh, hell no. But hey, ties to the Genovese family, that's interesting. Because Kim is really good friends with Victoria Gotti. Okay. Now, they're saying that Big wasn't even the intended victim or target. He wasn't supposed to be the one that was supposed to be shot. The bullets were actually meant for Puffy. Do you hear this? That the bullets were actually meant for Puffy? Okay, we are at 41 eyes. Okay, thank you for the 41 eyes. I appreciate it. But do you believe this? That it was actually intended for Puffy. Puffy was the one that was meant to breathe his last breath that night. Not Biggie. That's crazy. So the source, who was allegedly with Biggie on the night of his death, is convinced the bullets were actually meant for, this is somebody who talked, said the bullets were actually meant for P. Diddy. There's a certain logic to that, seeing as many fans believe that the artist formerly known as Puffy, or Puff Daddy, played a pivotal role in Tupac's death. Now, according to the theory, Sean Combs, one of hip-hop's biggest living moguls, was just one lucky person who was just one suburban away from meeting his maker. What do y'all think about that? That Diddy was supposed to be the one to breathe his last breath. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that little situation right there, huh? That Diddy was the intended target. Do y'all believe that? Yes, no? I believe it. I could believe it. I could definitely believe it. Okay, so what else is going on? So what is the other piece of juicy story that I wanted to tell you? Where is it? Let me see. Here it is. Okay, so this is something I've been telling y'all, and people act like, people act like when I was talking about this, I don't know what I was talking about, and that Diddy, like, I've been saying this for a long time because I've done readings on Kim Porter. I've done readings on Puffy's feelings for Kim Porter. I've done readings on privately about, what did Kim feel for Puffy towards the end. What kind of book were you writing? Were you writing a book, a tell-all book to blow his cover? Did you still care about him? Were you still in love with him? Did you still love him? All of this. And after looking at her last interview that she did about him and saying that Diddy was the one person on this planet, she didn't mention Al B. Sure nowhere in the interview. Now, this is one of her last interviews that she did. And she said that Puffy was the one man on this planet that knew her like no one else knew her. That he was the one man that knew her inside and out for who she was. And that she doesn't have any problems with Diddy, no issues with Puffy at all. And that, is it lightning out? Okay. So I'll be ending this damn live real soon because I don't play around when it comes to lightning. I like to live. So how Diddy's ex, Kim Porter, death affected him. It was all downhill from there. A source close to the rapper explained that he was rattled by the shocking death of his longtime girlfriend, whom he shared 3 kids with. Okay, while discussing the recent allegations against Diddy, a source close to the rapper revealed that he was deeply affected by the death of Kim Porter. The insiders share he was shaken up by her passing. While speaking to an outlet, the source explained with a major impact, Kim's death from the pneumonia at 47 in 2018. When Kim died, it rocked Diddy's world. It was a massive shock and a turning point. All the other women in his life were playthings. Kim was the real deal. It was all downhill from there. An insider also explained that the allegations against Diddy and federal raid on his homes have come as a shock to those close to him. I'm very surprised at how ugly and dark this is. We were close. Something has gone very wrong. This isn't what he used to be about. Now, Diddy and Kim dated from 1994 to 2007, but the relationship was off and on. The bad boy recording artist even adopted her son, Quincy, who's now 32, and they had 3 other children together. In the years since Kim's death, Diddy has regularly shared tributes to her on his social media and in performances. While the rapper was facing sexual assault allegations in late 2023, he would still share tributes of her birthday. We miss you so much, Kim. Happy birthday. Love you forever. Love forever. And I've been saying this, that Diddy really did love her. That any book that she was trying to attempt to write, he has. He has it in his possessions. And it was not a tell-all book that she was writing. She didn't tell this information to Kimora Lee Simmons. Well, Kimora Lee does know she was writing a book, but it wasn't a tell-all book. So she never had any intentions of exposing Diddy ever. They are like the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. They are like bad relationship for life. And whatever dirt they do together and they take it to the grave. And she took the dirt to the grave. She could have been exposed, Puffy at any time, but never did. So y'all, I want to say like the lightning and everything, I don't play around with it. So I'm about to take my ass to my living room and chill. I love y'all all, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. All 41 of y'all that are tuned in on Insta, and everybody who tuned in on YouTube and on Twitter. I appreciate all the support and love. I do. And on that note, I am out. I'll take care. Y'all take care. Oh, no, I got to go. I'll catch y'all later, all right? All right, now.